Energy flow in an ecosystem. Introduction. Energy flow in ecosystem. Food chain. Biogeochemical cycle. Carbon cycle. Oxygen cycle. Nitrogen cycle. Energy flow in an ecosystem. Classification of organisms. Our environment is divided into abiotic and biotic factors. Abiotic factors. Abiotic are non-living chemical and physical factors of an ecosystem. Few examples of abiotic factors are sunlight, air, moisture, minerals, soil, and more. Biotic factors. Biotic are living factors of an ecosystem. All living things like animals, plants, fungi, bacteria, and more. Herbivores animals. All living organisms are classified based on the modes of nutrition as producers, autotrophs, primary consumers like animals who live on plants, that is herbivores animals. Carnivore animals. Secondary consumers are animals who feed on primary consumers, that is carnivores animals. Apex consumers. Apex or top consumers. Omnivores consumers. Decomposers. Sun is the only natural source of energy. Ecosystem. Types of ecosystem. Forest ecosystem. An ecosystem is a community of living organisms in conjunction with the non-living components of their environment like air, water, and mineral soil. Aquatic ecosystem. Interacting as a system. These biotic and abiotic components are regarded as linked together through nutrient cycles and energy flows. Food chain. Interactions go on continuously between producers, consumers, and saprophytes. There is a definite sequence in these interactions which is called the food chain. Food web. Each chain consists of 4, 5, or more links. An ecosystem consists of many food chains that are interconnected at various levels. Thus, a food web is formed. It is an intricate web instead of a linear food chain. Such an intricate network is called a food web. Food webs are found everywhere in nature. Energy pyramid and energy flow in ecosystem. Trophic level. Each level in the food chain is called a trophic level. A trophic level is the step at which the organism obtains its food in the chain. There are different levels of energy exchange in the food chain. The initial quantity of energy goes on decreasing at every level of energy exchange. Similarly, the number of organisms also decreases from the lowest level to the highest level. This pattern of energy exchange in an ecosystem is called a pyramid of energy. After the death of apex consumers, their energy becomes available to the decomposers. Fungi and other microorganisms decompose the bodies of dead animals. They are called decomposers. Decomposers. In the process of obtaining food from the remains of organisms, decomposers convert them into simple carbon compounds. These substances easily mix with air, water, and soil, from where they are again absorbed by plants and incorporated into the food chain. Thus, we see that due to the food web formed by the various modes of nutrition, energy, and various nutrients circulate continuously in the ecosystem. The sun is the most important source of energy in any ecosystem. Green plants of the ecosystem store some of the solar energy in the form of food. No part of the energy ever returns to the sun. Hence, such passage of energy is referred to as one-way transport. Biogeochemical cycle. The energy flow in an ecosystem is one-way, but the flow of nutrients is cyclical. All organisms need nutrients for their growth. The cyclical flow of nutrients within an ecosystem is called the biogeochemical cycle. Nutrients. Nutrients necessary for the growth of organisms are continuously transferred from abiotic to biotic factors and biotic to abiotic factors within an ecosystem. This cycle operates continuously through the medium of the biosphere formed by the lithosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere. The recycling of biological, geological, and chemical sources of nutrients in this process is a complex process and depends upon the level of energy transfer in the ecosystem. Types of biogeochemical cycles. The carbon cycle. The circulation and recycling of carbon from the atmosphere to living organisms and after their death back to the atmosphere is called the carbon cycle. Photosynthesis. Plants convert carbon dioxide into carbohydrates by the process of photosynthesis. They produce carbon compounds like proteins and fats too. Herbivores feed upon plants. Carnivores feed upon herbivores. In this way, biotic carbon is transported from plants to herbivores, from herbivores to carnivores, and from carnivores to apex consumers. After death, all types of consumers are decomposed by decomposers like bacteria and fungi, and carbon dioxide is released again into the atmosphere and is used again by living organisms. The oxygen cycle. Oxygen forms 21% of the atmosphere. It is also present in the hydrosphere and lithosphere. Circulation and recycling of oxygen within the biosphere is called the oxygen cycle. This cycle, too, includes both the biotic and abiotic components. Oxygen is continuously produced as well as used up in the atmosphere. Oxygen is highly reactive and it readily reacts with other elements and compounds. As oxygen is found in various forms like molecular oxygen, O2, water, H2O, carbon dioxide, CO2 in organic compounds, etc. Aerobes and anaerobes. Most microorganisms use oxygen for respiration. Such microbes are called aerobes. Microbes which do not need oxygen are called anaerobes. Oxygen is released in the process of photosynthesis, whereas it is used up in processes like respiration, decomposition, rusting, combustion, corrosion, etc. The nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen forms 78% of the atmosphere. It is necessary for the maintenance of the cycle of nature. The circulation and recycling of nitrogen gas into the form of different compounds through various biotic and abiotic processes in nature is called the nitrogen cycle. All organisms participate in the nitrogen cycle. It is an important component of proteins and nucleic acids. As compared to other elements, it is inactive and does not easily combine with other elements. Important processes of the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen fixation. Conversion of nitrogen into nitrates and nitrites through atmospheric, industrial, and biological processes. Ammonification. Release of ammonia through decomposition of dead bodies and excretory wastes of organisms. Nitrification and denitrification. Nitrification. Conversion of ammonia into a nitrite and then nitrate. Denitrification. Conversion of nitrogen compounds into gaseous nitrogen.